Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Global
Global Digital
Digital
Success
Success Talks.
Talk. Um, so happy Monday to everyone, or happy Tuesday for those who are already on Tuesday. So today we are here with another topic for you guys. So what is our topic for today?
Okay, today on Global Digital Success Talks, we have building authority without burnt out, how to lead and stay energized in your business.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. So, I work in the film industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm originally from Mexico, but I live in North Carolina, USA. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a proud digital business owner, and a mentor.
Yes, we also want to remind everyone that if you want to learn how you can start earning online and start your online business, all you have to do is register into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive a link that will contain, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first link is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. Since our live webinars is every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. The second link that you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch the replay of last Thursday's live webinar before tomorrow's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, so we have these live sessions every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget, if you want to learn more, register on our on any of the websites you see on the screen. So our host will be Malu. She's a banker risk compliance professional. Stephanie is a flight attendant. Habibat is a retired healthcare and also an IT consultant. Azuka is a freelance translator, and we're also going to have Vinita. She's a former crisis welfare. Mariejo is a SPED teacher, and Aida is a healthcare assistant. So if you want to learn more, don't forget to either send a message asking for more information or register on our websites.
Thank you, Sobel. So if you're catching the replay of last Thursday's live webinar, our replay has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into our websites that appear on the screen, and then you're going to be able to catch the replay from last Thursdays so you can watch it before tomorrow's live webinar. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Okay, so our topic, building authority without burned out, how to lead and stay energized in your business. So we're going to talk more about this topic and give you our thoughts and what we have gone through in this journey.
Yes. Authority isn't built by doing everything, it's built by doing the right things consistently. Today, we are sharing how to step into leadership and grow your business while protecting your energy and avoiding burnout. Welcome back to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. So, as entrepreneurs, we wear many hats. Being a leader, being a content creator, a mentor, a strategist. But the truth is, if we burn out, our business suffers. So that's why today we are diving into how to build authority in your space, how to lead with confidence and vision, and how to stay energized and balanced while growing. So, what are today's point?
Our points for today, authority comes from consistency, not from overworking. Number two, protect your energy while leading. And number three, daily habits that build authority without burnout.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, let's start with our first point.
Okay, so our first point, authority comes from consistency and not from overworking. Authority isn't about showing up everywhere all the time. It's about showing up consistently with value. So share your expertise regularly, even in small doses. Build trust by being reliable, not perfect, and focus on serving your audience, not impressing them. So sharing your expertise regular, even in small doses, you know, everything you can share with other people because the point is to serve and to help others. So sharing what you know, what you're learning is something valuable to somebody that's just now starting out or somebody who doesn't know that specific topic. So always be willing to share what you know on regular basis so that you can inspire or help or serve somebody else, and building that trust by being reliable, not perfect. You know, perfection is hard to meet, but being reliable, being there, showing up consistently, being willing to just um, help and show is something else. Because if you're that person who's reliable, people are going to be more open to coming back to you, asking for feedback, knowing that you'll be able to help them, that you'll be able to help them go through whatever obstacle that they're going. And focusing on serving your audience, not impressing them. We're not here to impress, we're here to serve. And every time you show up, the way you are. Show up authentically, without making things up or without faking anything, because you want to really serve your audience. You don't want to impress them. People can really tell when you're trying to impress someone. So just be you and share, the valuable things that you have to share with others. And then they will, see that you're being transparent, then they'll be able to connect with you more easily. So the pro tip for today is your energy is part of your authority. When you're grounded and intentional, people feel it. And that's what I was talking about. People always can tell when you're making things up or when you're really being authentic, when you're being you, when you're really showing from the bottom of your heart, from your bottom of your heart. So being intentional and grounded to your values is something important, is something that you want to be able to share with others, from just where you're coming from and not made up stories.
Thank you, Sabel. Yeah, so we today is is about being a leader. So when we're talking here about sharing your expertise regularly, even in small doses, as a leader, you want to be passing your knowledge to others because you want others to keep growing too. So you want to create more leaders. Um, so that's why we need to share our knowledge on a regular basis to help others grow. And building trust by being reliable, not perfect. Yeah, you don't have to be perfect, but you have to be someone that you can be reliable. um, when we say we don't have to be perfect, you're human. Sometimes you might have your moments, but that doesn't mean that you're not reliable, that they cannot rely on you or trust you as a leader. Focus on serving your audience and not impressing them. Yeah, so when you're focused on serving your audience, you're showing them. You're not like like showing, for example, a lot of, for example, like a lot of money or something like that, just to impress them, like, oh, I have this, I have that. It's not about that. It's about serving your audience. It's about how can you help them, how can you motivate them, how can you inspire them. That's what you are here to inspire them. um, so your energy is part of your authority, yes, because if you don't have the energy to be able to pass on the knowledge or to be able to serve, you know you're not going to be able to do that. So that's why you need to reserve your energy, um, to be able to allocate, and balance your work. So when you're grounded and intentional, that's why people feel it. Because if you have the energy, if you are, I always say, like, when I say grounded, like, even I say this, like, sometimes people get a lot of money and they forget where they're coming from, they forget the roots. So I think when you're grounded, you have to always be humble, you know remember where you're coming from. And by being intentional, people will feel it, because they know that you're speaking from the heart, not from making it up. So that's what I would say for this point. And for point number two.
Protect your energy while leading. So, to stay energized as a leader, boundaries are key. Time boundaries create work blocks and rest blocks. Protect your downtime as fiercely as your work time. This is something important, whether it's with your work group or with your family. You have to create boundaries because otherwise, you're gonna be burned out. You're gonna get tired. You're gonna be all over the place, and you're not gonna stay organized. You're not gonna be able to really finish or to grow the things that you're doing, because if you get interrupted a lot and you don't have that focus that you need to stay on task, it's kind of impossible. So creating boundaries, whether it is with the people that you work with, we always need those time blocks to either, time for ourselves, time so you can go on a walk, time so you can read a book. You need me time, right? And that's important. So don't forget to have those times blocked out and let them know, when they ask to have a meeting, when they ask if you can help them with something, always say, you can check the schedule and see what's available, but you need to keep those times that are important to you. That is your time to rest, your time to grow, your time to reconnect. You need that to stay free for yourself, right? And content boundaries, you don't need to be everywhere. Choose 1 to 2 platforms you can manage sustainably. So, it's a lot of people think that being in every platform is the best thing that they can do, but do you really have the time to do everything you need to in every platform, to have a presence? You need to be posting every day. You need to really be answering messages, connecting with the people that you have made connections with. If you don't have that time to connect with them and to really follow up and do your daily content for those platforms, then why do you want to have all of those? So I would say, keep 1 to 2, maybe 3 at max, that you can really dedicate time and have them running consistently with the things that you want, instead of feeling stretched out because you don't have the time to dedicate to each one of those. Emotional boundaries, you can lead and serve without carrying everyone's weight. This one is kind of hard, because we get a lot of times we get so attached emotionally to others, and we always want to help out, right? We always want to be there. And every time somebody shows up and they say, hey, can you come do this, or hey, I need help with whatever is it that they're asking, and you feel bad saying no, right? But you have to have those boundaries as well, like I said at the beginning, because at the end you're going to be the one feeling overwhelmed. You're going to be the one with the over feeling the weight on you, right? Because you're not only carrying everything for you, but all for all the other people as well. So make sure that you have those emotional boundaries as well. And remember, a healthy leader creates healthy business. Your energy sets the tone for your team and your audience. So always keep that in mind. You want to be you want to help, but you also want to be emotionally and physically healthy. To be able to help other people, because once you're burned out, once you're done, once you're stressed, once you're not feeling well, then you're not going to be able to do your part or to help the others. So always take care of yourself in every aspect, and that way you'll be, healthier and more helpful to others as long as you're feeling well.
Yeah, thank you, Isabel. Yeah, time boundaries. It's very important that you create that work-life balance, because otherwise, your energy is not gonna be the same. So, like for example, I use a calendar, and that's how I block my time, so I know what are the important things that I need to block, and the other stuff is, like if I had time, it's okay. If I don't have time, that's okay. But I know which ones are my priorities, and that's why I use my calendar for that, because I have, things for my business, but I also have, my personal things. And then I also have my parents' things, like when they have their doctor's appointments. So you have to make sure that you create that work-life balance by blocking the times, and you know when you are not available for someone. So because you have allocated that time already on your calendar. Content boundaries. um yeah, I agree with this. I think it's 1 to 3 platforms is good. I mean, you can be on several platforms, but 1 to 3 to be active. The reason why I say several is because we cannot really rely on one platform, because as you saw, for example, TikTok, when TikTok was going to get banned, a lot of people were only relying on TikTok. So if you stay only on one platform, then you're gonna be stuck, because then you have to move to another platform. So when we say here, you don't need to be everywhere and choose 1 to 2 platform. You can be in several, but at least you already started to build those other platforms. You don't have to be fully active, just post once in a while. You just focus on 1 or 3 platforms that you're going to be focused more. But that way you have a backup just in case, because you never know. um, a lot of platform comes and goes. So you want to be able that your business, you have another backup platform for your business. So that's what I wanted to add to that one. Emotional boundaries. And you can lead and serve without carrying everyone's weight. Yeah, and this is something that I was struggling at the beginning of my journey, because I didn't set up those boundaries. So uh, they were reaching me all the time, and my schedule, at the time I used to be a night owl, so it was hard because they were waking up early, because most of them is on the east side, I'm on the Pacific side. So then I started to create that boundary. So when we go back to the time boundaries, I use an app to allocate time, so they will know when I'm available and when they wanted to book a time with me. So that way, um, we both on the same page, and then I know, okay, I will see this person this time. So and then I know that, like, if I had to go to bed early because I had an early appointment, then I will do that. So um, you gotta create those boundaries, because otherwise, you will be tired all the time, and then you're gonna get burned out. So I learned that the hard way, and also learn to say no. That was another thing that I learned in this journey. I always say yes, and that was bad, um, because I got burnout, I got stressed. um, so, but once I learned how to say no, it really changed things. Was it easy? No, it was not easy, because I've been used to say yes for many years. But little by little, you start learning, and then you learn to say no on the things that you can't do. Um, but yeah, you have to create those boundaries, because otherwise your energy is not going to be the same. You're not going to be able to help others, to do your business. So you have to make sure that you create all those things that we have mentioned. And that's what it says there. A healthy leader creates a healthy business, because if you're have the energy, if you're healthy, you're not stressed and all that, that means that your business is going to be healthy too, because you're going to be there all the time. Otherwise, you're going to be stopping your business because you need to recuperate, and every time we stop, that means we are getting backwards instead of going forward. So your energy sets the tone for your team and your audience. Okay, so point number 3.
Okay, point number 3, daily habits that build authority without burnout. So plan content and priorities weekly to avoid last minute stress. I think this is very important, especially when you know you're going to have a very active week, when you're going to be busy, when you already have so many things going on, especially for I will say for everyone, but for moms, school is about to start here in 2-3 weeks. And that first week is always very busy for us, because we're trying to again get used to the routine, get the kids to school on time, packing their lunch, getting all their supplies, planning everything, for their after school activities and stuff. So it's very important that when you're going to have a busy week, that you really do plan your content well. And if possible, always do some scheduling for that week that you're gonna have so many things going on. That way, you don't have to be stressed about not having it on time or not having the time to do it. And then start your day with mindset work or gratitude to ground yourself. And this is something that we have learned, in the process as well, because this is all about growing and learning, right? And so starting your day with the right mindset. A lot of times, I remember when I was working full time and I was always on the go. I always woke up with the same thought, right? You're going to be late. You're going to be late. I was always running and doing things. But when you start with the right mindset and by being grateful, having that gratitude for the things that you have in your life, for all the blessings that we have, that is many, many blessings. It changes the day, because you already started, giving thanks to God for everything that He gives us, or if you don't believe in God, whatever you believe in. But it's important that you start with the right mindset and always have time to do, meditation and affirmations as well. And start your day with prayer. I will say that's the best that you can do to start your day on a positive note. And then end your day by celebrating small wins. They fuel motivation on long term. Um, there's days that are you feel like you didn't accomplish anything. You feel like, oh, the day is already over and I don't feel like I did much. But if you sit down and write down the things that you did for the day, you're going to find out that you actually did have some wins, that you learned some new stuff, that you moved on whatever progress is it that you were working on. So there's always things that you can be grateful for and celebrate those small wins. A lot of times, like maybe it was just, sitting down with your kids and having a nice meal, or, going to see your parents, or going for a walk and just grounding yourself. So there's always something to celebrate, okay? And these small intentional habits compound over time and keep you balanced. So remember, it's all about the daily things that you do. You can't just do something once and think that things are going to change. You have to be consistent, and you have to be intentional and really have a purpose for everything that you're doing.
Thank you, Sabel. Yeah, so for this one, these daily habits are very good. One of the things that um, Isabel mentioned, just to add also, when you plan your content ahead of time is, for example, when you're going traveling,
Mhm.
um, you want to be able to do that ahead of time because you know that when you travel, you want to really enjoy. So you won't really have the time to allocate the same way that you do when you're not traveling. So that's why you want to allocate your content ahead of time. Of course, you can uh, create contents when you're traveling, for example, doing lives and that kind of stuff. But at least you know that you're not focusing only on the business, and you are actually focusing on enjoying your trip. And like if you go by yourself, or if you go with your family, enjoying those times, because that's all about creating those times, right? So that's when also you will be prioritizing, and planning content ahead of time, so you don't have that. Another good example, a friend of us, she also mentioned that she was going to go into a surgery. So she knew that she wasn't able to be able to do the content because she needed to recuperate. So she did her content ahead of time. So while she was recuperating, she knew that her business was showing up every day. So that's another example there where you will be planning ahead of time. Start your day with mindset. Yeah, I would say this one, I learned it on this business, because like I said, I used to be a night owl. So one of the things that a new habit that I created was becoming an early riser instead of a night owl. So that was hard at the beginning, but it took me some time, to be able to do that. But eventually, I managed now. I woke up. Uh, we meet every Monday to Fridays, and well, on my time, everyone's time is different because we're globally. But my time is 5:30 in the morning, so I usually wake up early than that because I already created that habit. Um, so I usually woke up like few minutes before, or sometimes like around 5. Like today I woke up around 5. um, but your body get used to that, and when you create that habit, that discipline, it creates a set tone for your day, because you start your day with positive content, like we have meditation, we write things that we are 10 things that we are grateful for. We also, set the tone for the day of what are the tasks that we're going to be doing that on the day, that we want to accomplish. We do a little bit of visualization too of the things that we want to accomplish. So those things, really help you on your business, but not only on your business, but on yourself too. Because many times, for example, if you were stressed or something, this is a moment where you release those things that it makes you, uh, ground yourself and create that balance. So you start your day in a positive way. Um, we also have a theme song for Mondays. Now that we listen, and the lyrics of that song is really amazing because it's about serving. That's why we are here. Um, and then the other one is end your day celebrating small wins. And yeah, like Isabel mentioned, sometimes we might think, oh, I didn't do the posting that I was supposed to do. But even small, any small thing that you do on your business, it will move your business forward. Okay. So you always have to also check, like what is the priority, during the day. You might have six things that you wanted to achieve, but what is the priority that will move your business forward? That's what we call income producing activities. So those are the ones that you need to focus the most. But if you don't manage to accomplish, sorry, all of them, make sure that um, you, even if you do, like for example, you were supposed to do three posting and you did one posting, that's a small win, because at least you show up for your business that day. You probably allocated more time on something else that is also moving your business, like if you were doing some training. That's another thing that will move your business forward, because we are in this business, we never stop learning, we always have to learn if we want to keep growing. So those things, like any small thing that you do during the day, like if you reflect what you did, what you have accomplished, you will see that there's small wins there. And those small wins, like it says here, even though they are small, they compound, because every small step that you do, it will move you forward. The worst part is if you don't do anything at all, but if you did something on your business, that is moving you forward, and that's the important thing. um, so you want to create those intentional habits that will keep you balanced. Okay, so what is our key takeaway for our topic?
Our key takeaway for today: remember, your business needs your energy as much as you need expertise. Lead with consistency, protect your peace, and your authority will grow naturally.
Yeah, so that's our key takeaway. Sorry, we have arrived to the end of our life. So um, if you learn something today from what we share, or you got enlightened, or you want to apply some of the tips that we talked today, let us know in the comments what is it that you learned today. What were your key takeaways from this topic? Or is there something, you have another tip that you want to share with us or with the community? Just put it in the comments and let us know. We'll be happy to read it. Now, if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, here are three ways that you can do that. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can go and register directly into our websites. So you can register for the live webinar that we have every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. And the second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. We also invite you to our private Facebook group, where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch the replay of last Thursday's live webinar before tomorrow's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, so we had Malu as our host. She is a banker, risk compliance professional. We also had Stephanie. She's a flight attendant. Habibat is a retired healthcare and also IT consultant. We had Asuka, a freelance translator. Uh, Benita is a former crisis welfare. Mariejo is a SPED teacher, and Aida is a healthcare assistant. So as you can see, we have professionals from different fields, different walks of life doing this business. So if you want to learn more about our plan, don't forget to register on any of the websites you see on the screen.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so if you're catching the replay of last Thursday's live webinar, our replay has subtitles in several languages. And our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. And also for those catching the replay, thank you so much. To our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. If you guys are watching us from Facebook and you are not following us, you can follow us up here on the top to get to know us a little bit more, who we are and what type of content we put in our pages, and more information about the business. If you're watching us from YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe to our channel and press that notification bell to get notified when we put new content and when we are going live. So that way you keep learning more about this online business opportunity. And when you feel ready, we'll be here to guide you along the way. So you're never alone on this journey. You always will have our support and like our support as mentors, and also our support from our coaches and also from the global online community. So you're never alone on this journey. So saying that, we want to say thank you to everyone, and let's find out what is our topic for next Monday.
Yes, so next Monday we will be back with digital success talks, and our topic is creating magnetic offers, how to design services that sell themselves. So don't forget to come and see or hear us talk about this topic next Monday.
Yes, so until then, lead with purpose, rest when needed, and keep building a business that fuels you as much as it serves others. So we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So
Yes.
thank you.
Have a blessed week. It's the last week of the month already. This month has really gone by. So we're about to hit August, and the year's just moving on along.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for being here with us today. And until the next episode of the Global
Global Digital
Success
Success Talks.
Talk. Thank you
See you
everyone.
all.
God bless you all. Bye. Thank you for watching.